Hi everybody! Today I'm going to be reading Bun-Bun Button for our read aloud. This is by Patricia Polacco. Bun-Bun Button. Paige Elizabeth Darling adored her grandma. When Paige visited, which was often, Grandma let Paige help bake soft sand cookies, make the beds, and feed the kitties and the dogs. And when Paige was done, she and Grandma would climb into the old blue chair, which they loved, and they would cuddle and read. Everybody at Grandma's house loved that chair. Her 5 kitties did, the dogs did, her grandma's pet squirrel did, even Grandma's goldfish did. Sometimes it got a little crowded. According to Grandma, the secret of that old blue chair was that it soaked up so much love from all of them that it spilled all over whoever was sitting in it. "Aren't we lucky to have this chair, Grandma?" Paige would say. "We're darlings, and we darlings have always been lucky," Grandma would purr. One day, as Paige sat in the old blue chair, she found herself thinking something was missing. When the kitties and the dogs and the squirrel sat in the chair, they each had toys that Grandma had made just for them, everyone except Paige. "Grandma, can you make something for me to hold when I'm in the old blue chair?" Paige asked one day. Grandma smiled. "I have the perfect little something for you to hold." She dug deep into her calico chest and pulled out some cloth. That night, she cut and pinned and stitched, working long after Paige was in bed. The next morning, there, right next to her pillow, was the most beautiful stuffed bunny she had ever seen. Paige hugged her next to her heart. "I'm going to call her Bun-Bun Button," Paige whispered. "And did you see the tiny little pocket in her right ear for your finger when you nuzzle her into your face?" Grandma asked. Sure enough, there it was. Paige nestled Bun-Bun into her cheek, put her favorite finger into the stuffed bunny's ear pocket, and cuddled and cuddled. Bun-Bun Button went everywhere with Paige. She rode in Paige's special dolly buggy, watched while Paige waded in the rubber pool under the sleeping willow, sat with Paige by the bird bath. At night, when Paige climbed into bed, she felt the softness of the pocket in Bun-Bun's ear and held her close until they both grew very sleepy. One sunny day, as they were walking together, Paige and her grandma came upon a big round man selling big round balloons. Paige's grandma picked out the biggest, reddest one for her darling granddaughter. Walking home, that balloon tugged at the string. "It wants to fly, Grandma," Paige sang out. "It's filled with helium," Grandma said. "If you let that string go, it will float up far away." When they got home, Paige tied the balloon to Bun-Bun's arm. Sure enough, when she let go of the string, Bun-Bun floated up to the ceiling. "Look! Bun-Bun Button wants to fly too!" "Don't take that balloon outside with Bun-Bun tied to it," her grandma warned. "You know what will happen if you let go." "But Grandma, Bun-Bun wants to see the sky," Paige pleaded. "Tie the string around my wrist." Paige held on to the string too, just in case, and went outside with Bun-Bun. Bun-Bun and Paige danced around the backyard together. They ran around the bird bath, bounced under the sleeping willow, skipped around the lilac bush. The string was tied to Paige's wrist, and Bun-Bun was perfectly safe. But she jumped over a hedge. The string got caught and came untied. Up, up, up the balloon went, and Bun-Bun with it. It floated up past the bird bath, around the fountain, and finally up past the sleeping willow tree. "Grandma!" Paige cried. But then a big gust of wind came and blew the balloon higher and higher until the balloon and Bun-Bun disappeared into the clouds. That night, even in the old blue chair in Grandma's arms, Paige cried and cried. There was no Bun-Bun to nuzzle as Grandma read to her, no ear pocket to hide her finger in, no soft little round belly to have next to her cheek. "Do you think Bun-Bun will be all right, Grandma? I love her so." "Maybe a wind will blow her right back here to us," Grandma said. "We're darlings, and we're lucky after all." Meantime, Bun-Bun Button was on the greatest of all adventures. The balloon rose and fell, blown by trade winds all over the sky. That night, Bun-Bun was closer to the stars than she had ever been. But when the sun came up, a flock of honking geese flew into Bun-Bun and the red balloon, and the string caught in the foot of one of the geese. It honked and flew and pulled Bun-Bun along until the string on the balloon broke with a snap. Bun-Bun started to tumble and fall end over end. The wind whistled through the little ears until Bun-Bun landed on the back of a seagull and tumbled toward the ground, down and down. And down. Finally, she came to a rest on the lowest limb of a willow tree. There, a squirrel picked Bun-Bun up and bounded out of the tree, scampered over the hedge, ran under the lilac bush, and dropped Bun-Bun right at Grandma Darling's feet. "Oh, pet!" Grandma exclaimed. "Where have you been?" "I'm going to dry you off and mend you good as new." When she was done, she put her on Paige's pillow to see when she came over after preschool that day. Paige came to Grandma's still very sad. She didn't even want her sand cookies and milk. She went straight to her room, and there she saw Bun-Bun? "Bun-Bun, you've come back to me!" She scooped Bun-Bun up in her arms. That night, Grandma, Bun-Bun, Paige, the cats, the dogs, the squirrel, they all climbed into the old blue chair together. "Oh, Grandma, we darlings are lucky, aren't we?" Paige sighed. "Maybe it's more than luck that brought her back to us, pet. Maybe it was love." And they all sighed and sipped mint tea and ate soft sand cookies and cuddled deep into the old blue chair together. And that's the end of Bun-Bun Button. I hope you enjoyed the story. I know everybody probably has that one special animal or stuffy or blanket that they've had for their whole life and you couldn't imagine life without it. So I just wanted to share my Bun-Bun, which is my pink doll that I've had for 32 years. And I got this from my grandma in Oklahoma. I grew up in New York and she lived far away. So this doll was given to me when I was a little girl, and if anything ever happened to her, I know I'd be devastated, just like Paige. So I hope you guys all have something that you've held on to for so many years and is dear to your heart. Okay guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.